Good morning. It is day 379 of From Here to Jerusalem. Walking from West Cork to Jerusalem with a harp on your back. I'm on the old road to Gelibolu. Sean the Harpist here, Jerry the Stig is here, and my good self. We're just leaving Bolayir here, and I couldn't find, like, the hostel was full, or the pension was full. The Muhtar was found, gave me a room. We agreed on 200 lira, and I went to hang out. The man he was having tea with, he said, my wife, she makes great kofte. She has a little shop down the road. I went there, I had kofte. All these women show up. We drink tea, babies, birthdays, the works. It was great. And this morning I went back for Merzhemek. There were a bunch of Afghans who lay pavements. Were there yesterday evening, and they had a bit of English. They were talking to me. I was talking to them, and yeah. Now this is the other side. So Gelibolu is over there, and I woke up this morning, so decided that I would take it easy because I only have 17 kilometers to do. I won't do more. It's a nice and bright day. Went for a Merzhemek. I mean, these are the good things about Turkey, yeah. They have soup for breakfast. I love eating soup for breakfast. I used to eat soup for breakfast all the time. I live in Ireland. We have fry-ups, also warm food, also good. Porridge, also good. But lentil soup for breakfast, I don't know how to explain this. It's the best thing ever. Bit of ajibibe, bit of lemon juice. The Muhtar came in. Good morning. I said, please let me pay you. I'd said to him last night already. He goes, no, tomorrow morning. I say, where can I find you? He comes over and he says, I don't want your money. You're our guest. I mean, yeah. I mean, I honestly, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bolayir. I mean, it is just, don't make me cry again. I've been crying a lot. Yesterday evening I also got the news that at home my favorite cat was killed by accident, and I know it's just a cat, but it was about 12 or 13, ferocious hunter, ferocious animal, nice big heavy boy. And I was thinking about him last week, and I was thinking, I wonder, do they miss us? Do they know? And then I got the phone call. So here I am. There is the last bit of European, that is European Turkey. And Greece is somewhere over there. This mouth that goes into the what is it? The Agdenis, so the Mediterranean. We came from there, and now Clonakilty is over there, and over there is Asia. So there we go. Where is the shepherd? Yeah. And here I have sheep and sheepdogs, and I need the shepherd to be there. Is he there? If not, I've got an issue. Yeah. Okay, well, let me go deal with them. They're beautiful, those dogs. Yeah, there we go. Let's go to Gelibolu. I don't know if you can see it, but there is ships there, and over there, about 350 kilometers over there, is Istanbul. But we are heading to Clonakilty, the end of this part. There is they built a new bridge, and I was asked a few times, would I walk over the bridge? The bridge is not suitable for walking. So you take a ferry boat, can't walk. I think it's forbidden to walk over there, which is only right. I said, no, I'll be on a ferry boat and I'll be going, oh, look, what a beautiful bridge. But of course, to me, it doesn't mean much. So, but of course, you know, traffic, the Europe-Izmir connection goes over that bridge. Asia, this is the border between Europe and Asia, and it's traditionally one of the most important places in this part of the world. I'm always deeply touched by it, because I remember the first time I walked over the bridge and took the ferry across the Bosphorus, and it was like I could feel that it was different. And I remember when I took the train in the early 1990s from Moscow to Beijing, we were sitting in the train, and at Yekaterinburg you cross into Asia, and it's different. It's just different. And here it's marked by water, which is like a very definite border always. Now you see that between the islands as well, England and the European mainland, Ireland and England. They're definite borders. They're very, very clear in many ways. When the water comes down, like at one stage in history a long time ago, Europe was connected to England underneath the North Sea. Between England and Holland there is like a forest that is no more, because at some stage they had a type of global warming after the Ice Age, and there was a time, a good few thousand years, when there was forest there. People crossed over on foot, and then it changed and it became an island. Bizarre, right? Bizarre. The whole thing is just strange. Humanity thinks in such short time frames. We only think in terms of our own experience, which is very short. And although history is imprinted in our DNA, so family trauma gets imprinted in your DNA, survival is imprinted in our DNA. This is like how we develop and how we change over time. And yet, in our lives, we make very little use of this, and we just think about the borders as they are now. And then we're taught in school about great ages before, and we think that it's only about that. But the history of humanity, 6,000 years, is of course it's like dropping a tiny drop of water on a hot plate, and it's gone. My father was used to say, in God's time, what are you? In God's time, you're but a blip. But a blip. And when I stand on these types of borders, on the, the crevices of these earth plates, and you can feel it. You can feel it. You can sense it. You may not know what it is, but it is there. Humanity is a funny thing. It definitely is. Okay, let's go do some walking. Enough of the too many thoughts. This is why I need a heavy bag. Keep him suppressed a little bit. The poor cat, like. Okay, talk to you later. They have these crazy carts, yeah. I saw them in did I see them in Bulgaria as well? Yeah, I did. And they used to be drawn horse carts or mules, but now they stuck a little motor in it, put a steering wheel on it, and you see them regularly. And they're also used by people who need to. This guy is going to be mowing lawns and stuff, and he stopped and he said, "Do you want a lift?" I said, "No, I have to walk." And he goes, "Okay, whatever." Why? And I go, "No, it's okay, but thank you very much." But they're the funniest things. I think they run on diesel motors, and they're like really like, yeah. I saw one yesterday on the highway as well. Old woman, old man, kids in the back. Crazy stuff. Now, another thing what I noticed is that biodiversity here. The types, the amount of flowers and herbs and stuff I've seen that we either don't have anymore, I've never seen before in my life, or we can only get in the florist. Just grow along the side of the road here. I've said it before also when I walked to Italy. Europe and your agricultural policy, it's not great. Like, you have to make sure that everything can grow. Wilderness, biodiversity is really, really, really important. But nobody's really listening. But I'll say it again. Biodiversity, also in plant life, is really, really important. We've killed off an enormous amount of species in the countries where we live. And you also see then an enormous amount of allergies occurring, an enormous amount of other illnesses, respiratory illnesses. Like, we need all these plants. They are part of our ecosystem. And of course, some of the varieties that grow here wouldn't grow in Northern Europe, but I also didn't see them in Southern Europe. Switzerland also has better biodiversity because they haven't adopted the European agricultural policies. We have to stop using all those forcing the growth that we want and killing what we think is useless. What we think is useless might be just the thing that will save you. I mean, here, the women make their own cheese, their own butter, their own everything, because they can, because they don't have the restrictions that we have. Now, of course, they get it wrong sometimes, and they can get very ill. But look how ill our population is. On the other hand, a lot of women here have diabetes too. They love their sugars. They love their sweets. They load sweets like there's nothing. But they also don't move enough. But the way they eat is a whole lot healthier. They tend to eat homemade cheese, homemade butter. They just get the milk from the farmer, like, straight up. They sterilise it themselves. Can you imagine if something went wrong in a European country and we were left to fend for ourselves? How many people would die because they don't know what to do? Here, they'll just keep on going. Like, if society would collapse, they have all the knowledge to just keep on going. Something to think about. Like, I'm not great into conspiracy theories, but I do think that technology sometimes takes away our ability to do things for ourselves. Yeah, it's really handy to go to the supermarket, but like Turkan, who I stayed with, she said she really doesn't see the inside of a supermarket, ever. She just doesn't go there, she doesn't need to. They bring her the milk, they bring her the vegetables, the guys slaughter the animals, slaughter the cows and the sheep, and she just makes sure that there is food on the table every day. And although there's very little money, they have everything they need. You know, they're not going to starve. And these countries are dry. And look, all of this is set into in grains, and they still have enough. You know, think about it. Just think about it. Tomorrow the supermarket's close. What are you going to do? Enjoy your thoughts. that's it. Gelibolu. We made it. We're here, and I'm looking out over a sunset, a beautiful sunset, actually. Oh, hang on. There we go. There's the sunset. I found a room for a really good price, just at the harbour, so where the ferry goes to the other side, where the ferry goes to Asia. I have to decide whether I'll walk on this side or on the other side. The route, the Jerusalem way, goes on this side, but it's all big roads, like, and I'm just wondering if on the other side it'll be better, but it looks like it's more hills, more climbing. It was about 23 degrees today, no clouds. It's gonna stay like that. It felt a little bit like there might be rain earlier on, but that didn't happen. I met this young woman from Anja Bakker, who grew up in Holland and then went to live in London, and we had some chats, and it was really, really good. So I felt really sad today about the cat. I know it sounds like it's a little bit trivial, but like, this cat was like a ferocious hunter, a ferocious big blob of a cat, who once he'd take to you, he would just like sit on you, and he would like lean on you, and he'd be there, and you'd feel it because he had a lot of weight. And he died fighting. He's now Cat Valhalla. He will get up every morning and get into hunting and fighting, and it's just really sad to think that he won't be there when I get home. So I did something I haven't done yet in Turkey. I went for a drink, and it was really expensive. I think like 2 drinks were more than the food that I ate, but it had to be done. Like, I had to celebrate his life. So I went for fish, fresh calamari. Oh my god, they were so good. They were soft. None of the chewy stuff that you get in Northern Europe. They were soft, like they were melting, and then crisp on the outside. And there was salad, and there was loads of like Anja Bakker in there. It was really it was kind of spicy. And then I had bonito, a real sea fish. I haven't had fish in so long. Like, I had a herring in Amsterdam when I was there, but not when I went there for the funeral. It's really emotional being here. So did the whole let's do emotional, let's drink jeneverke. I drank my jeneverke. I'd forgotten what it does. Like, there was this guy sitting next to me at the next table, and he was so drunk. Like, he was so drunk. And he was drinking the rake, and he wasn't eating enough, and he was just falling over, and I'm there having like my one rake, and I could feel it, like. So I left it at that, and they gave me strawberries so I could finish my rake. I had a coffee, and then I went for more tea. The tea guy across the road, he will be there at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna go finish up, do my thing. I've got about 3 days walking to Clonakilty, and then I'll be in Asia as well. It's going to be a hard walk, because there's a lot of like this big road. I'm not happy about it. I'm never happy when I see that the route goes over a big road. It really, but it'll have to be done. Now, I looked at my bag. There was this onion sticking out, this green onion. So one of the bags is really gone. I can try and fix it for a little bit, but it won't hold forever, and I can feel the chafing on the skirt that I'm wearing. I don't really know what to do about it. This is always going to be an issue. I can reinforce the skirt. I can't do much about the bag. I should really try and find a new one. I had a look today. There was nothing there. I also really have to watch my money because it's been bleeding all over the winter. And it has to be done. Like, it has to. I have to take care of it now. But I also need Wi-Fi because otherwise I can't make the... So it's like a catch-22. If I don't stay at places where there's Wi-Fi, then I don't upload the videos. If I don't upload the videos, then I have less to give, basically. So I need to use the money that is being given to me to find places with Wi-Fi so I can... Anyway, so here we are. The sun is going down. I'm going to do a bit of work, then I'm going to go to sleep. Tomorrow is another day. Today was a good day. It was hard, without a doubt. Like 23 degrees. I haven't had 23 degrees in a good while. It's going to get hot pretty quickly, so I better get used to it. I need to really watch out that I drink enough. I was sweating like there was no tomorrow today, which is good. That's very good. It got some of the salt out of my system, so I need to go take a shower, get all of this done. I just hit my toe. Ow. Let's go do this. Ow. What am I like? What am I like? So yeah, then go to sleep, and tomorrow is another day. Get up early, leave early. I left today at around 9 o'clock, which was too late. I did under 20 kilometers for sure, like it was no more than 16. I'm at the harbour. I'll have a look at the map. If I end up feeling that the smaller roads on the other side are better, I will take those. But I'll decide tonight or tomorrow morning early. I'll go for tea across the road because he's open at 5. I asked him. He'll be open at 5. This meal was like an outlier. It was 23 euros. And the lira kind of went down again because the faith in lira isn't high at the moment. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. They asked me yesterday about, the elections, and like I said to them, it's not my place to say anything. What I think doesn't matter. What you should think about is, what do you want for the future? What do you want for your children? It's not about egos. It's about what is good for everybody here. Good night. Tomorrow's another day. I shouldn't be talking about this. I shouldn't be thinking about it even. My job is to get to Clonakilty. I need to find the right road. Whether that is the Jerusalem way or crossing, this is a flexible thing. This is an exercise in flexibility. That's what it is. It was really good meeting Elsa. It was so bizarre, like she's walking around, she goes like, "Are you me all on there?" I'm thinking, why? But of course, that's what I am in the end, It's written all over me. I have to make sure I cover my head because it's going to be a hot, long summer. There you go. Oh, the lush green of Ireland. 25 degrees at most. Wind from the ocean. None of it here. I need to get further east. East. I'm pretty far south now. I can't go any further south for the time being. East from here on out. East. I can see in Asia. I ate sea fish. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.